just recorded a video. That video was a what's in my bag clipboard video. So it's basically showing you what I carry with me whilst I'm on call. So if you haven't watched that video, then go check it out. So whilst I was or as I had finished recording that video, I should say, it sort of took me back of the process on getting to being a doctor or to working, basically. So what I mean is, it kind of got me thinking about, you know, high school, A-levels, medical school, to the point of actually graduating and working, which, I mean, for some people, when you're not doing it, you don't know what really goes in, you know, the hard work, the long days, the long nights to actually get to the point of finishing. Obviously, it's a not never ending, but it's a continual process of learning. It's a continual process of gaining experience, but just to the point of reaching the end of phase one, if we can call it that. It just kind of got me thinking. So for those who don't know me, my name is Toyosi, and people call me Toy. I'm a doctor, junior doctor that is. I did my entire course abroad. So I'm from UK, I live in London, zoot zoot. But I did my entire course, so from year 1 to year 6 abroad. I studied in the Czech Republic. It was an English program, so in English speaking programs, you're taught by you're taught by English speaking doctors and professors and other staff. But it was abroad, so Czech Republic is a country in Eastern Europe. There are various medical schools in different cities, medical schools in Prague, medical schools in Brno, which is where I went, other schools in like Olomouc and other cities. Aside from Czech Republic, there's many other countries in Europe who offer medical school studies. It's just about you doing your research and finding your preference, and, you know, taking your pick and choosing for whatever reason why you want to study in this place compared to another place. For me, so high school, end of year 11, I did my GCSEs. If I must say, I did well. I'm quite a studious person, so in terms of like studies during the semester, and once it comes to exam time, I find that, or I should say, if you prepare well, you tend to get a good result. So my GCSEs, it wasn't like I went to Europe because I failed, so to speak. I just was one of those who was unlucky to get a space in UK, basically. So I completed my GCSEs. My GCSEs, I did triple science, so I did chemistry, biology, physics. I did maths, further maths, so that was your statistics and your mechanics modules. I did geography, food technology, physical education, religious studies, English, and I think that was it. So 11 subjects I did in A-level in GCSE. My A-levels, I did 4 subjects in AS, 3 subjects in A-levels. I did chemistry, maths and religious studies. I got 2 A's and a B. At the time, that was when there were no A stars. So A's were the highest, and I got 2 A's and a B. So after that, I was applying to do medicine. At the time when I was applying, which was in 2009, the entry requirements for medicine was actually 2 A's and a B. So some medical schools wanted you to have done in your A-levels chemistry and biology, and I hadn't done biology, so I couldn't apply to those particular medical schools. Some other medical schools counted maths as a science, so they were happy if you had done chemistry, which I had done, and one from maths and biology, so I had maths, you could apply. So I sent my applications and I didn't get any offers. So on sending my application, at the time there was a bit of issues with my predicted grades. So obviously when you apply via UCAS, you apply with predicted grades, and you're given offers based on the predictions that your tutors or teachers give you. So I think initially my school or my teachers had predicted me A, B, B, and I was like, no, I can't be predicted A, B, B, because the schools won't even look at my application. You needed to be predicted 2 A's and a B minimum, or 2 or 3 A's, you know? So finally got that sorted, got that changed, and my predicted grades were changed to 2 A's and a B, but unluckily I didn't get any offers. And I hadn't applied for any backup because I actually didn't have a backup. Aside from medicine, I didn't really have anything else that I was like, okay, I don't mind doing this, so I didn't apply for anything else, if you know what I mean. So got my first decline, second decline, third decline, fourth decline. All 4 declines in medical schools that I applied for. So it was kind of like, what do I do? Obviously, the most important thing at that point was to do well in my A-level. So I didn't let that put me off. I continued to work hard to make sure that I actually got the grades that I needed. So A-levels came, results day came, and I got 2 A's and a B. Yes, I was happy, but obviously I didn't have a place, and no places came up in clearing. I knew that once I didn't initially get a place, chances of coming through clearing was like almost nothing, so I wasn't even banking on that, to be fair. So I basically took a gap year, which I didn't really plan for. So in my gap year I worked in retail, so I just did work for like 1 year, saved some money, did my driving, bought myself some nice stuff, as you do, and then I reapplied. So I reapplied to do medicine, now having the grades that you needed, and at the same time I also applied for backup. I applied to do pharmacy at University of Bath. Lo and behold, I got a place to do pharmacy, which I initially accepted, and I still didn't get a place to do medicine. And I was sort of like, you know, what's going on? Because up until this point now, I had got the grades you needed. I had done various work experience that you had to do to support your application. I had done like extracurricular activities at school. I was doing sports at the time. So to me, I thought, you know, it was a fair, well-rounded, good application that I was making, but, you know, didn't get a place. So then that's when I started considering other options to enable me to do medicine. So I now declined the place for pharmacy because I didn't really want to do it. At the time, my brother was studying in Prague, in one of the medical schools there. So that was where the idea came up that maybe I could go to Czech Republic and study there. So yeah, once we decided that I was going to go to Czech, obviously you had to sit an entrance exam. So I went via Abbey College, and you go there for like I went there for 2 weeks. So you do the 2-week prep course where they sort of prepare you to do the finals in chemistry, maths and biology, plus or minus physics. Yeah, I think that's what it was, chemistry, maths and biology. Or was it chemistry, maths, biology and physics? So anyway, you had to sit an exam and pass it to get into the various medical schools that were on offer by Abbey College. So that's sort of, you know, how my story led to going to the Czech Republic. So obviously, once I had the place, I was happy. Yes, I'm going abroad. Yes, for 6 years. Yes, to study medicine. Yes, let's do this. Yes. So I was like mixed feelings. I was excited, obviously, because I'm now doing the course I wanted to do. I was a bit upset, emotional, mixed feelings. Like, how old was I? I was 18 at the time. I turned 19 in first year. So an 18-year-old hasn't left home for like longer than 2 weeks. So the first time I actually left home was to go to Abbey College to do this prep course. So other than that, I hadn't actually been away for extended periods. So all of these feelings was like, oh my God, I'm leaving home. I'm going to be all by myself. What's it going to be like? Are there going to be people like me there? Are people actually going to speak English? Are they going to understand me? Like all these questions, which is normal when you're going to somewhere new, was like in my head. So anyway, got to Czech Republic, which was moved there September of 2010 was when I began first year. And yeah, so now I was entering this whole new phase of my life. And I was there for the next 6 years. So it was a 6-year program, and then once you graduate, you finish with MUDR. So it's like a master's degree you get at the end of the 6-year course. And then after finishing there, I didn't really ever plan to stay back in Czech Republic. So I always knew I was gonna come back to UK, back into like the NHS and work back home. So that's what I did after I finished final year. Was recruited by one of the trusts up north. So they were recruiting directly from my university. So I attended an interview, got the job, and that's where I am today. All in all, like university, cut a long story short, was hard work. I mean, I say this countless times, you don't have to be the smartest of the bunch to finish. You have to be smart. That's basic. And you have to be someone that's willing to work hard. I find a hard worker, a consistent hard worker, is on the route to success and will successfully pass and go through university, as in pass each year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ultimately your finals. Hard work is the key. It does have its ups and downs, as anything does, but all in all, yeah, that's my story. So if you have any questions, as always, send me emails. I like to get emails from you guys, from either students looking to study medicine either abroad or UK. I'm happy to answer such questions, or just leave comments below. And until my next video, I guess I'll speak to you later. Thanks for watching.